You have $0 in your bank account right now. That is not a good place to be. But it is also not the end of the story. Because starting from zero gives you something a lot of people do not have: a clean slate. No bad system to untangle, no fake sense of security, no habits to protect except the ones you build from here. And today I want to show you exactly how to build your first real financial system from scratch. Not a perfect system, a real one. One that helps you stop living in panic and start making progress. Let's break it into 5 steps. Step 1, find out exactly where your money is going. Before you try to save more money, you need to know where it is leaking. For the next 30 days, track every expense, every coffee, every ride, every subscription, every random purchase you do not even remember making. Do not judge yourself yet. Just collect the data. Most people think they have a money problem when really they have a visibility problem. They do not know what they spend, so they cannot fix it. At the end of 30 days, you will probably find at least a few things that are draining your money without giving you much back. That is where your first win comes from. Step 2, cut the obvious leaks. Now that you know where your money is going, start removing the waste. Cancel subscriptions you do not really use. Cut out services you barely notice. Stop paying for things just because they are convenient. You do not need to become extreme. You just need to be honest. If there are expenses that are not making your life better, they should go. The goal is not to suffer. The goal is to free up cash. Even an extra $100 or $200 a month can change everything when you are starting from zero. That money is not small. That money is your first step forward. Step 3, build your emergency fund. Before you invest anything, build a cash buffer. Your first goal is $1,000 in savings, not $10,000. Not a perfect 6-month emergency fund, just $1,000. Why? Because life happens. A tire blows, a laptop dies, a medical bill shows up, a job changes, a family emergency comes out of nowhere, and when you have no savings, every small problem turns into a crisis. That is why this first cushion matters so much. It keeps one bad week from becoming a financial disaster. Put this money in a simple savings account where it is easy to access but not so easy that you spend it on random things. This is not investment money. This is protection money. Step 4, increase your income. Once your spending is under control and you have started saving, the next move is income. A lot of people stay stuck because they only think about cutting expenses, but there is a limit to how much you can cut. There is not really a limit to how much you can earn. That is why your next focus should be building a skill that can make you more valuable. It could be writing, it could be editing, it could be sales, it could be design, it could be data, it could be something else that people pay for. You do not need to know everything. You need one useful skill and the discipline to get good at it. Use free content, online courses, and practice projects to get better every week. Then look for ways to turn that skill into income. A side job, freelance work, a better role, a small service, a digital product, it all counts. At this stage, the goal is not to get rich overnight. The goal is to build more cash flow so your financial system can actually grow. Step 5, start investing with a plan. Only after you have some savings and some income should you start thinking seriously about investing. Because investing is powerful, but it works best when you are not forced to pull money out every time something goes wrong. Once your emergency fund is in place, start putting money into simple, long-term investments. For most beginners, that means broad index funds, or ETFs. Not hype, not gambling, not random tips from social media. Just a boring, consistent strategy that gives your money a chance to grow over time. You are not trying to get rich in a week. You are trying to build wealth slowly and intelligently. That is how real progress happens. The real point. If you are starting from zero, the goal is not to do everything at once. The goal is to build order. First, understand your spending. Then cut waste. Then build a small safety net. Then increase your income. Then invest for the long term. That is the system. Not perfect, not glamorous, but it works. And once you have a system, money stops feeling random. You stop panicking. You stop guessing. You start moving with intention. So if you are starting from zero, remember this. You do not need to fix your whole life today. You just need to take the next step. Track your spending this week. Find one expense to cut. Put your first money into savings and start building one skill that can make you more income. That is how you go from zero to stable. And stable is where everything else starts.